So welcome to Chemistry Lover, and here in this video I am going to talk about the reduction reactions of carbonyl compounds, because I am continuing the series of the reaction of carbonyl compounds. And if you talk about the reduction reactions of carbonyl compound, I can simply write down a carbonyl compound like this. This X may be hydrogen, or it may be a R group, or it may be some X group like chlorine, bromine, iodine, or oxygen, nitrogen, like that. So amide, acid, or something like that. So this is a general representation of a carbonyl compound, right? It is a very general representation. Now what do we mean by reduction? So reduction means the addition of hydrogen, and that can give you several products. What can we get? So simply we can replace this X by hydrogen, so then we will get this product. And this happens when you reduce like acid chloride to aldehyde, like that, the Rosenman reaction, simple Rosenman reaction. This is the example of Rosenman reaction, where we reduce the acid chloride to aldehyde. This is the real example, okay? And this is the Rosenman reaction. In this case we use the palladium, hydrogen, and as well as the catalyst poison like quinoline sulfur, like that. So this is the Rosenman reaction. The next reaction which is possible here is we can get rid of all these groups and we can add all over here the hydrogen atoms, right? So this is another set of reaction which is possible. Another reaction possible is we can get rid of this oxygen to add 2 hydrogen atoms. The next reaction would be we can add some hydrogen and the oxygen is actually retained. So in this case if we reduce from like ketone to alcohol or aldehyde to alcohol, like that. And the last one would be we can put the, so what next can happen? Yeah, so all these things can happen, right? So these are the possibilities. Or you can add OH and 2 hydrogens, like that. So we are getting rid of X as well as we are adding hydrogen. So all these reactions are possible when we talk about the reduction reactions of carbonyl compounds. Now let us see what is the reducing agent which is used for this reaction. So as we are adding hydride in this all these reactions, so you may think that simple sodium hydride can do the job, right? So we know sodium hydride is the simplest hydride and it can do the job. But when you do the reaction, for example, you have a ketone, and if you add NH, and you expect that hydride will be added over here, but this reaction doesn't occur, right? But this reaction can happen when you add other type of hydrides, for example sodium borohydride, right? So simple sodium hydride cannot do the job, but sodium borohydride can do the job. So what is the difference between these two? Or you can use lithium aluminium hydride. So what are the specialty of these reagents like sodium borohydride or lithium aluminium hydride, which is lack in the simple sodium hydride? So here is the thing, you have to look into the structure, the orbitals involved in these reagents. So in sodium hydride, what we have the H minus, simple H minus, and it is a kind of ionic species. It has more ionic character. So it is simple H minus, where the electrons are contained in the 1s orbital of the hydrogen. That is, it is the 1s2 configuration of hydrogen. And when we talk about the reaction with carbonyl group, we know that it is the LUMO of the it is the CO pi star bond, that is the LUMO of this carbonyl group, right? This pi star bond, this pi star orbital. So if any nucleophile has to approach to this, it has to overlap with this LUMO, right? Now if you consider the small 1s orbital and this pi star orbital, which is actually contributed by the 2p orbital of carbon, the overlap will not be good. The overlap is very bad, and because of the size matching, right? Size mismatch in this case. But if you consider these hydrides, the borohydride species, so here the structure of this borohydride is actually like this, B minus, or in case of aluminium hydride, it is the tetra coordinated aluminium, where the aluminium contains negative charge, because we know that aluminium, the the neutral valency of aluminium or boron is 3, so that's why it is minus. It contains minus charge, and this is the reason why it delivers the hydrogen as the in the form of hydride, right? Now here you cannot draw the arrow like this from boron to this carbonyl group to any electrophile, because if you do that, then you will make additional bond to boron. For example, this, right? If you attack on any electrophile from boron, you will make this, where this boron is now 5 coordinated, which is not possible. Why? Because it is in the second row element, right? So what happens here is you have to take this hydrogen as hydride, that is with 2 electrons, and then you should write the arrow like this. Now if you compare here and here, in case of simple sodium hydride, it was the 1s orbital of hydrogen, but in this case it is the sp3 hybrid of boron which is mixed with the 1s orbital of hydrogen, and that is there is a 2p orbital mixture, 2p, 2s and 1s, all these orbital mixtures are there, and because of this the size is slightly bigger and it is comparable to the size of the pi star orbital. So here the size matching is quite good, and that's why the reaction occurs. But in case of sodium hydride, simple sodium hydride, the size matching doesn't occur, and that's why the reaction is not possible there. So basically sodium hydride is not a nucleophile, but it is a base. This H minus, the small 1s orbital, it is heart center, and that's why it generally acts as base. So if you have this type of ketone, for example, if you have this methyl ketone, you know that these protons are acidic, right? So when you are adding sodium hydride, you expect the addition of hydride to this carbonyl group, but instead of that, this H minus takes proton from here to make enolate. So this you can use for the formation of enolate, because this H minus has more basic character than nucleophilic character. So if you want to do reduction, you have to use either sodium borohydride or lithium aluminium hydride. Now let us see when we use sodium hydride or when we use lithium aluminium hydride, and what other reducing agents we can use. So there are several carbonyl groups, right? And we discussed about the reactivity of different carbonyl groups in the very first video. Now let us see, let's say you have this aldehyde, which is most reactive of the neutral natural carbonyl compounds. Then you have the ketone. So this is along the reactivity order. So reactivity decreases like this. So this is the ketone, and then this is your A star, this is your amide, and finally you have the carboxylic acid, right? So as you go down, the reactivity decreases because of the electron donation to the pi star orbital, electron donation to the electrophilic carbonyl center, which makes this carbonyl center less electrophilic. Now with sodium borohydride, reaction of these two are fine. With sodium borohydride you can easily reduce this ketone and aldehyde to their corresponding alcohols. In this case the primary alcohol, and in case of ketone it is the secondary alcohol. So it is fine for these two. But if you want to do the reaction of A star and amide with sodium borohydride, the reaction will be very slow. In case of A star you may get little bit of product, but in case of amide the reaction will not occur. In this case the choice of reagent would be lithium aluminium hydride. So that means we can say that lithium aluminium hydride is more reactive than sodium borohydride. Now in this case the product will be slightly different. In case of A star the product will be simple alcohol like this alcohol, but in case of amide you don't get the alcohol, rather you get the amine. Why we get the amine and not the alcohol? Although in both cases we can think that this NH2 here and this OR minus here is the leaving group, so we should expect that we get alcohol in both cases, but in reality in case of A star we get the alcohol, but in case of amide we get the amine. We will discuss that in the next video, or if I get time I will discuss that in this video, right? So you should know the difference. Here you get the alcohol, but here you get the amine, and lithium aluminium hydride is the choice of reagent here. Now this lithium aluminium hydride is used and not sodium borohydride. So that means lithium aluminum hydride is more reactive than sodium borohydride. What is the reason? The reason is very simple. In case of lithium aluminum hydride, the lattice packing is not good because lithium is very small size and aluminum hydride is quite bigger. So lattice packing is not good, lattice energy is lower and stability is also lower. At the same time, if you compare this ALH bond and BH bond, this ALH bond is much weaker because of the weak overlap or bad overlap, because this aluminum uses its third shell orbital, the 3s and 3p orbitals, whereas boron uses 2s and 2p orbital. Now hydrogen is using 1s orbital, so matching of 1s and 2s or 2p is good, but matching of 1s and 3s or 3p is bad, and that's why these ALH bonds are weak, and that's why they are ready to deliver the hydride. So they are more reactive, and in case of less reactive ketones or less reactive ester or amide, we should use the more reactive reducing agent lithium aluminum hydride and not sodium borohydride. But in case of carboxylic acid, if you want to use this lithium aluminum hydride, there also the reaction doesn't occur, because this lithium aluminum hydride, instead of attacking on this carbonyl group, it takes proton from this acidic hydrogen and it makes this lithium salt of carboxylic acid the lithium acetate, right? So the reaction will stop. So here what we can use, so now it is very interesting reducing agent, and that is the simple boron, diboron we can use in this case. So to reduce your acid to the corresponding alcohol or aldehyde, what we can use is we can use the BH3 or B2H6 we should write. So this is the choice of reagent. Now how the reaction occurs, because in case of borohydride or aluminum hydride, we have seen that the boron contains negative charge and that's why it delivers the hydrogen, but in this case it is neutral. So why it will deliver the hydrogen? Now of course this BH3 itself will not deliver the hydrogen, rather it will complex with this carboxylic acid. So it will complex, it will form the complex like this. Now you can see after the complex formation it contains negative charge, and again it becomes like the sodium borohydride. So now it can deliver its hydrogen over here, and we can write like this. So from this what we will get this aldehyde, and now this aldehyde will be reduced in the usual way to the corresponding alcohol, and we have discussed the mechanism previously, right? So in this case you can see in this step what we are getting this BH2O minus, this is also we are getting, and not only this complex, but in some cases you can also get this kind of complex where all the three hydrogens are replaced by the three carboxylic acids, sorry, like this, and these are very much reactive. Why? Because you can see now this oxygen which are having lone pair, they can push their lone pair to the empty orbital on boron, right? So that's why by doing that they are not pushing their electron to the carbonyl group, and this makes these compounds more reactive, right? So this is the thing. So I hope that you understood the reduction process of carbonyl groups, and in the next video I will discuss about more reducing agents of carbonyl compounds. Thank you for watching.